Good morning, students. I welcome you to the bridge course, and today's topic is conversion of physical quantities. And we have to answer the following questions. Before going to the first question, let us know the conversion of units in terms of mass. See, 1000 milligrams is equal to 1 gram. 1000 grams is equal to 1 kilograms. 1000 kilograms is equal to 1 ton. So these are the very basic conversion of unit in terms of mass. Okay, now here the question is, how many grams are in 1 kilogram? Now you tell me, how many grams are there? Yes, it is 1000 grams will be there in a 1 kilogram. Yes. The very next question is, there are dash grams in a half a kilogram. We know that there will be 1000 grams in a kilogram. So half a kilogram means we have to divide by 2. So 1000, if we divide 1000 by 2, we will get 500. Yes. So there is 500 grams in a half a kilogram. Now look at this picture carefully. Here the mass of that means mass or weight of the fruits are given, the mass of mango is 200 grams, the mass of an apple is 185 grams, the mass of an orange is 260 grams, the mass of a banana is 250 grams. These are all assumed values. You kindly make a note of these values with the fruits. Now the question is, which of the following is the heaviest? Apple, orange, banana or mango? So once again, in order to answer this question, we have to go back to the previous slide. You look at this picture, which one is the heaviest? That means which one has the heaviest mass? Yes, out of this, the orange, that is 260 grams is the heaviest one. Yes, it is very easy questions, you know that. Okay, then the next question is, 4 dash are equal to 1 kilogram. So we know that there will be 1000 grams in a kilogram. So the 4 already the quantity is given. So 4. So what we have to do is we have to multiply that value by 4 to get 1000 grams, isn't it? So look at the previous picture. So which one contains 250? Yes, it's a banana. So banana only contains 250 grams. So if you multiply 250 by 4, we will get the 1 kilogram of mass. So 4 bananas are equal to 1 kilogram. Next, look at this picture. So to answer the following questions, you must kindly note down these pictures very carefully. So there are 3 different boxes are there: the red box, the yellow box and the green box. The red box contains 1000 grams, yellow box contains 500 grams and the green box contains 100 grams. So on the left side of the pan, we will have 800 grams, isn't it? So 2 red boxes, 1 5 boxes, 3 green boxes means 2000 plus 500 plus 300. So totally you will have 2800 grams on the left side of the pan. Then here the question is, how many 100 gram weights are needed to balance the scale? Simply, in order to get 2800 grams, we have to multiply 28 by 100. If you multiply 100 by 28, you will get 2800. So here the answer is 28. So 28 times 100 grams will be equal to 2800 grams. So very easy questions. The next question is, grams in 3.5 kilogram is equal to dash grams. We know that each kilo contains 1000 grams. So 3 kilo means 3 into 1000, 3000. Half a kilogram contains 500. So 3500 grams will be in a 3.5 kilogram. So that is also very easy questions that you know very well. Similarly, grams in 3 by 4 kilograms is equal to, similarly 3 kilograms 1000 into 3000, 3 by 4 kilograms will be equal to 750 grams. So 3000 plus 750, 375 750 grams will be the answer. So look at the picture carefully and identify the appropriate unit of measurement and circle it. So you look at these pictures. So in order to measure the length of a calendar, what is the appropriate unit of measurement is used? So that is the question, isn't it? So in which way we will represent the length of a calendar? Either by centimeter, meter or kilometer. It's very easy, you know that. If you have a scale, then by using the scale you can easily measure the length of this calendar, daily calendar. So we can represent its length by the unit centimeter. So centimeter is the correct answer. So in the case of a track means, you know that the athletes would run along the tracks. So the length of the tracks usually is measured in meters. Then if you take aeroplane, so the distance covered in aeroplane is measured in terms of, yes, so the planes are traveled from one country to another country, which is a huge distance, isn't it? So huge distance are measured in terms of kilometer. Okay, then the length of a shirt. So usually if you go to the tailor shop, and they will take the measurement in terms of centimeters. Okay, so if you want to have a accurate reading, then they will measure your readings in centimeters. So for a perfect dress. Okay, then if you want to measure the height of a man, then that also usually is measured in terms of centimeters. So many if you go to the hospital, usually they will check your height and weight. So on that time they will put your height in terms of centimeters, 140 centimeters, 150 centimeters, like that. Only they will give your height. So height is also measured in terms of centimeter, or sometimes meters also we can measure. Nothing is wrong. Both of them are right. Then the scissors. Scissors are used to cut the cloths. So usually we will take cloths of 1 meter, 2 meter, like that only. We will not take kilometer length cloths. Okay, so this is measured in terms of meters. Next one, car. So the distance covered by car is very similar to the aeroplane. So when we travel from one state to other state, or one district to other district, on the roadside, either side of the road, you can see the distance between the two cities or two states will be represented in terms of kilometers. So the car covers a huge distance and it is represented in terms of kilometers. And the length of the football ground, usually the length of the football ground will be within a kilometer. So if you have a length within a kilometer, it is better to take the meter scale. Okay, so meter will be the correct answer. And finally, the length of a tree. The length of the tree is measured in terms of meter. So you can't even say in terms of centimeter or in kilometers. So the length of the tree is also measured in terms of meter. Okay, that's all for today's class, students. I hope that this class will be a very informative one. Thank you. Have a nice day.